Hey, there's something I want you guys to know that has been made known to me recently by one of the gang stalkers. And I just can't stop laughing at it. Honestly, it's. Okay, I'm gonna do this as professionally as I can. Those of you who have accepted payment to gang stalk people, the money you have gained was printed with the blood of your ancestors on trees, on money printed from paper that was made from trees and recycled birth certificates and shit like that that were turned into paper. All the paperwork that they shredded that so they wouldn't have a trail. They shredded all that paperwork, turned it into money, printed it with blood, and gave it back to you guys to gang stalk your own family members and your reincarnated ancestors. So you guys who are gang stalking people are actually gang stalking the people that would have helped you. It's really tragic that some of you are being paid 5,000 to 10,000 when that is basically a penny to these people paying you. They're mocking you by paying you with the blood of your ancestors and the fruit of the earth so that you can harm your own descendants, your own family, and your own friends. Because they denied you money in the first place to put you in a state of poverty and put you in neighborhoods that were considered ghetto or otherwise, so that you guys can be in need of money, so that when they can come and give you that money, they can insult you even further by giving you money printed on the death and blood of your ancestors, your descendants, and your family members. And those of you who are targeted individuals and shit, the only reason you're targeted is because they're trying to make you afraid of using your own power and using the magic of the earth and the magic of your ancestors to actually stand your ground. Think about it this way: a snake oil salesman going into a village after having poisoned the water well in the village to where people can't drink the water anymore, and then they show up with bottles of water from the village that they bottled before they poisoned it. And then they sell it to you and say that it costs this much money. And then they charge you even more money to give you the cure to clean the water. But the cure they give you to clean the water creates another disease in the water that gets you to not be able to reproduce anymore. And I just played a game of League of Legends, and one of them in that game was commenting on how I was born, like the actual birth of how I was born in detail. And we actually started laughing and talking about it, and it was amusing, the things that they do and the way they stalk people to get the information. And these people, the gang stalkers, they're literally just people that don't want to work or have a job and they need extra money. I know people in my family have been approached to harass me and they've been paid to harass me. I haven't been told by the people in my family, but I've seen sudden bursts of $10,000, $15,000 come to people in my family out of nowhere. And then those people's energy avoid coming to my house. But they have constantly been shit talking me. So just be aware that the money that you guys are getting from these people paying you to stalk other people is money that's printed with the blood of your ancestors who were tortured and abused by these same people, so that that trauma can stay in your bloodline, so that when they come back to traumatize you again or to instigate you, you'll have that innate fear of them. It's really pathetic because these people have been doing this for centuries, trying to get and breed a generation that is afraid of them, because your ancestors, our ancestors, weren't afraid of them. So just be aware and have some fucking self-respect. Like, you guys are assaulting and attacking and stalking your own family members that you're not even aware are your family, because you've been blinded to by seeing family due to skin color. And then there's the whole skin color separation. by making one skin color seem more or less than the other. It doesn't matter if it's white, black, orange, blue, purple, I don't give a fuck. The whole fact that humanoid bipedal beings are being made to fight each other on the same planet, whether you're reptilian, human, draconic, whatever you are, you have 2 feet, 2 legs. Okay, you shouldn't be fighting anything else with 2 feet and 2 legs. They're making you guys fight and stalk each other because it amuses them. And they're just trying to control the earth because it's just another bowling ball in their fucking collection. So just get some common sense, you guys. Like, especially those of you who have been gang stalking me. I mean, really, really. Like, is it because of my skin color being different that you think we're not family? Do you really think I didn't have ancestry from different regions and ethnicities? You look at me and you think I'm a white girl, right? But we wouldn't ever assume that I'm Assyrian or Anunnaki or Elohim or African or Greek or Russian or Nordic or Hawaiian or Japanese. You wouldn't think I'm any of those things. You wouldn't think I have indigenous blood. You wouldn't think I'm from India in any way. You wouldn't even think I'm from Canada. You wouldn't think I have the 12 tribes bloodlines in me. You wouldn't think that, would you? You'd think I'm just a tranny living in a fucking ghetto area. Because that's what they want you to think. So just use some common sense. Stop using religion and skin color and gender identity and gender, biology and all these fucking agendas and like all these fucking conspiracies. Just guys, just stop. Because it's so pathetic, bro. It's like beyond pathetic actually that you think just because my skin color is this way that it was born this way. Do you have any idea how many times my skin tone has changed in the course of 41 years? Do you have any idea how dark my mom's skin color is? Like, dark, dark. But you wouldn't see this and think, oh, I have black ancestry. And you're like, no, that's a white girl. She thinks she's ghetto or she's black. No, bitch, no. I actually have it. It's in my blood. It's in here. You just can't see it. You want to know why? Because there's actually technology that's being used to alter skin color. It was experimented on one-year celebrities a few decades ago, if you recall. So use some common sense, you guys. And if you can't, then recognize that the darkness in the world, the negativity, the evil, and all that stuff is intelligent. And the fact that you guys give them the benefit of the doubt means that you guys aren't using your intelligence because you think evil has decency. Evil does not. Evil doesn't have, common sense. It's intelligent, it's ingenious in a way, but it's only because it doesn't have inhibition. Good people have inhibition. That's why good people can't possibly fucking fathom that some evil genius or scientist would make a device that changes your skin tone just so they can play pretend or fuck with people. You wouldn't think that they would pay you, $10,000 when they have $10 billion to go and harass your siblings from another family member or from an ancestry. You wouldn't think that, would you? Because you've been in a state of poverty and somebody brings a $10,000 check to you or $10,000 in cash and they're like, we need you to go harass that other person, or we need you to go sit in this room and stare at this picture and just send negative energy to that person. Or any of that shit, Or like they have this other method where they send images of really like ugly images like of death and decay. And they're like, we want you to sit and stare at this person's picture and look at this picture back and forth and just sit here and think of this person in this image. And then the person they're thinking about sits somewhere else completely oblivious, thinking, oh, my teeth are hurting. Oh, I feel fat. Oh, I feel ugly. Oh, why do I feel so sad? It's because you're being psychically attacked, and the whole concept of psychic attack has been made to seem woo woo to you, but it's an actual thing people do, and they're paid to do it. And they're being paid by the blood of their ancestors printed on the money of dead babies and dead trees that they alchemically transmute. I don't know if you've ever made paper in grade school in art class. It's really easy to make paper. You just stick the papers in there, swish them around with some liquid, and then you dry it out and you have a new piece of paper. It's really easy. Guys, just fucking use some common sense. I am not your enemy. I am not your fucking villain. If you people have been paid to stalk people that are considering themselves targeted individuals, you guys that have been paid to do so should be going and giving those people the money and splitting it with them and actually uniting and allying together. And those of you that are afraid of helicopters and whatever else, please don't be. Just don't be. I mean, look at it this way. Even the nutties, right? The supposed illumined ones and the other groups. Who are they trying to wake up and bring back into the world? Lucifer, right? Who is Lucifer? Really do your research on who Lucifer is. So if they're trying to bring that person back, or they're trying to awaken the Antichrist, use your common sense on who that being actually is. So if they're awakening these beings or they're trying to conjure demons into AI robots and all this shit, where do you think those demons are and who do you think those demons actually work for? Ask yourself. Use common sense. This is a literal Scooby-Doo fucking TV show episode. These idiots don't know what they're doing. They're conjuring things that they think will help them, but the minute those beings show up, they're going to rip apart those beings who conjured them, first and foremost. And then once the being is fed and satiated, they're going to look around and be like, oh, you guys abused an entire civilization for millennia. And you want me to work for you to do it again? But didn't you forget that Lucifer is a divine being? That even Satan isn't Satan? It's actually the guard keeper of the underworld? Like, the guy punishes bad people. Please use your common sense. Even Christ, Yeshua, Mother Mary, all these beings in all religions have told you, fear no evil. Even God and the devil sit side by side, and you guys are worried about people conjuring the devil? Bitch, go ahead, conjure him. He's just gonna go tell God what you guys did anyway. Like, there's no difference. It's all one being. And you guys are attempting to summon the pinky finger of somebody, thinking that the pinky finger is gonna push a button that the index finger isn't gonna push. All the while, you're missing the middle finger being pointed at you. Like, for real, guys, please stop harassing each other. It's embarrassing to see it. It's embarrassing to see how much you guys find humor in harassing other people. And it's really embarrassing to know that you guys were being paid pitiful amounts of money to do it and to degrade yourselves and to put yourselves in spiritual jail because of it. It's pathetic, and you guys should really behave yourselves in the eyes of your ancestors, because no matter what power these people have, your ancestors have more power. Meaning that even if they pay you $10,000, your ancestors would have paid you $10 billion to protect those that you were told to target. And you guys missed out on that inheritance because you were too busy getting instant gratification with $10,000, or, staged riots or whatever the fuck to cause fear and your false flags, all for the people who are trying to wake up, Lucifer and Satana. And Lucy and Satana are sitting over there going, okay, well, we didn't need to be woken up or conjured because we're sitting here in the spirit realm with God and we're watching this ridiculous shit show. Why do you think their plans keep failing? Not even the bad guys want to be the bad guys. So if you guys are being targeted or if you guys are being paid to target, ask for more money.